Have you ever wondered why people commit crime? Why do they commit crime? Not just what they did, but why they did it. Well, that question sits at the heart of criminology. I'm Professor John Choyce, retired police officer, educator, lifelong learner, lifelong student of human behavior. So we're going to discuss that today. We're going to break down what criminology is and why it matters really more than most people realize. Crime isn't just about individuals, it's about society. When people think about crime, they think about police, courts, and prison. I mean, to some people, that's criminal justice. Criminology asks deeper questions. Why do crime patterns exist in certain neighborhoods? Why do some people offend while others don't? How do social environments shape behavior? In simple terms, criminology is the study of crime as a social phenomenon. That's where sociology comes in. Sociology is the study of society, how people interact, how groups function, and how systems influence behavior. Criminology is a branch of sociology because when you think about it, crime doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Thinking about this setting right here, a book station or a bookstore. Hundreds of people come through here every day. Different background, different stress levels, different reading interests, different opportunities. If you walk into any bookstore, you'll find entire sections dedicated to crime. True crime, psychology, and sociology. It's really because people are naturally curious as to why others break the rules. Criminologists study theories to explain that behavior. Some theories focus on individual choices, like rational choice theory, which suggests people weigh risk and rewards. Others focus on social factors, like strain theory, which really argues that people turn to crime when they can't achieve success through legitimate means. And then there are learning theories, which suggest that criminal behavior is learned from others. When you think about it, each theory offers a different lens to look at it. And no single theory really explains everything. The thing I always tell my students is this: if you want to understand crime, then you've got to understand people. Not just offenders, but communities, families, peer groups, and systems. Criminology forces us to think critically. It challenges assumptions because the reality is crime is complex and simple answers aren't usually the right answers. Let's take a step back. Why does any of this matter? Because criminology doesn't just explain crime, it helps to shape policy. It influences how laws are written, how police operate, how rehabilitation programs are designed. For example, if crime is linked to social environment, then prevention might focus on education, job opportunities, and community investment. If crime is seen purely as an individual choice, then focus might shift towards punishment. These perspectives shape real-world decisions. And here's something interesting. Most people interact with criminology every day without even realizing it. When you hear debates about policing, when you see discussions about prison reform, when policies are proposed to reduce crime, that's criminology in action. It's really not just academic, it's practical. From my experience in law enforcement, I can tell you this. Two people can commit the same crime for two entirely different reasons. Understanding those reasons matters, because if you don't understand the why, you can't really effectively address the problem. That's what criminology brings to the table. It helps us move beyond reaction and toward understanding. So where does criminology fit? Right under the umbrella of sociology. It's really one piece of a much larger puzzle, understanding human behavior, social systems, and how they all connect. If you're a student, this is foundational knowledge. If you're just curious, it's really a new way of looking at the world around you. Because once you start seeing crime through a sociological lens, you really start asking better questions. And better questions lead to better answers. So if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to Professor Choyce's Corner. We're going to keep breaking down complex topics in a way that's practical, relevant, and really easy to understand. And again, I thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I'll see you on the next one.